To another episode of Coffee with the Critters, where I live stream every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, unless otherwise noted. Sometimes we live stream at 9 a.m., so we get a full hour with a guest that we bring on. So you're going to want to pay attention to our schedule because we do have guests lined up. On future episodes of Coffee with the Critters. So, for those that may be new, my name is Laura Joseph, owner of the Animal Behavior Center. We are an international educational center where we teach people all over the world how to empower the animals in their care and the people that work with them. And we do that through our live streaming services that you can find on our website under services, memberships, webinars, and we also do live streamed presentations. If you want to get in touch with me, you personally, you can always email me at Laura, Lara, at theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. And I am constantly checking my emails throughout the day. So feel free to reach out to me. You can also pay attention to our Facebook page and our website where we post the events that we have right there on our Facebook page. Sorry, I've got a lot to get through today, so I'm going ahead of myself. Why am I showing this? Oh, to show the events. We are also posting our events that we're having at the Animal Behavior Center on our website. So you're going to want to keep an eye on that. You can also sign up for our email newsletter, either on our website or on our Facebook page, where if you're watching this, you probably received our newsletters. If there's something more that you would like to see in our newsletters, let us know. So before we get started on today's topic, I recap what we're working on. We have a lot on our plate right now. I am teaching all the volunteers and staff how to work with the wolves. There are 4 wolves in our care currently, 4 timber wolves. And here are volunteers, Deb and Rachel, in the beginning stages of teaching them a down on cue. And then we reinforce. We always deliver reinforcers when we ask an animal to do something. Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome. And then we're teaching an up on cue. So this is me delivering a reinforcer for asking the wolf to come up. We're doing even more work, but we're showing that in our advanced animal training and behavior membership. So I do want to give a shout out to the people that are donating their deer remains to us so we can feed the wolves. Not so we can feed the wolves, we're going to feed them anyways, but it's instead of all of this meat going to waste, we are here recycling it for you, and we thank you for that. Good morning, everybody. I see a lot of people jumping in. So something else that just happened yesterday, you're going to want to pay attention to our nonprofit called the Sam I Can Foundation. The wonderful people at Parrot Hope Rescue. This picture means a lot because there's the Sam painting that Tina painted for us several years ago with the passing of one of our animals, Sam. So Parrot Hope and I have been talking for over the past month. You're going to want to pay attention to the Sam I Can Foundation's Facebook page. We've been talking over the past month, and she arranged it for this cage to come in because she knows I love Corners Limited cages. Jeff Smith with Corners Limited, every single cage I purchase comes through him. So her and Bruce came through yesterday, set up this cage. Um, this is just a basic setup for an animal that came in for training um, yesterday. And as soon as I'm done with this live stream, I am training a turkey vulture, training the wolves, training the lemurs, and heading straight back to the center. This is DC. He is a Moluccan cockatoo in his late 20s. Um, that I need to figure out where I need to begin with him. He is up for adoption. So if you're interested in him, and this is some of the work we do through the Sam I Can Foundation, he is up for adoption. I will begin my work. I've already started a little bit yesterday. Here he is in his enclosure, and I will be scheduling a live streamed interview with Tammy, the founder of Parrot Hope Rescue in Manawa, Ohio, on the east side of Cleveland. So we will make announcements when that happens. And here's DC's late 20s, doesn't know how to step up. Um, I've been watching him all night on the camera to listen to any behavior, to watch how he does in the evening, to watch how he's moving around. I've got the staff at the center now observing him. We've already been in touch on the different things that he's doing, not doing, where do we begin? And we're going to be showing all of that work in the Parrot Project, which is one of our services. So if you have any interest in this, you are going to want to join the Parrot Project, where I am going to show where I begin with him. Okay, we've got quite a few people on here this morning. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Stephanie, Adrian, Lynn, Susan, Tamara, Charisse, Jillian, and more. Thank you for attending. So what I'm going to talk about today is, I was going to have a cocktails with the critters last night, but we'll save that for upcoming as the holidays get closer, because I was like, Thanksgiving is coming up. This is the perfect time to talk about this. What is it, in 4 days? You do have time for this. So I see so many people that either don't have people over at their house for the holidays due to behavior issues they have with their animals, um, or refuse to go out for the holidays because they don't want to leave the animals in their care at home alone. And I have this next upcoming issue, or I did before I started working with my animals, is when people come over to your house and into your house and you have animals, you always hear me say, if that animal can see, hear, smell, or feel you, you are training it, whether you realize it or not. The key question is, what are you training it to do? Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Candace from South Africa. Learning from all over the world. Yes. So when people come into your home, they are training that animal, whether you realize it or not, whether they're feeding it under the table, whether they're reinforcing jumping, whether they're reinforcing any type of aggressive behavior. If you have parrots in your care, a lot of screaming and lunging can be reinforced. Good morning, Therese. So I am here to help you and show you the things that I've done, because I've had that issue here for, over the holidays as well. I live at home with a deaf bulldog and a deaf and blind border collie, which is sitting by my side right now. When the family members come in, they can teach your animals to do all kinds of undesired behaviors where the people get to leave, but now you are sitting here dealing with these behavior issues, counter surfing, jumping on the counter. So a few tips I can share with you that will help you, because it's not working with the animals that's the hard part, it's working with the people. So we're modifying the behavior of the people that come into your home. This does not have to be hard, it is very easy. So yes, I do practice applied behavior analysis, and it works. And the reason I study it, continue to study it, is because it works and it's humane and it isn't as hard as forcing your animal to do something. I don't want to force animals to do anything because the four main side effects of forcing them to do that. Um, so I'm going to share with you some tips that I use that you can definitely put into practice starting right now. So, a couple of things is start the crate training now. If you want the animal going into crates, like if I can't keep control of the people, I will cue the animal to do something where it's harder or impossible for the people to train the animal something I don't want it to do. Um, I've also been told in the past from people that they hate crates, they're cruel. Well, my response is they don't have to be cruel. What's cruel would be if you're forcing them in there and locking them in there. When I'm crate training an animal, the animal has control of the door at all times. And they choose to want to go in there because it's a comforting place to be. So you can start crate training young, or you can crate train old. I'm working with animals that are over 50 years old. So that's 50 years of a history of reinforcement of undesired behaviors that I'm counter conditioning now. I do it all the time. I do it 7 days a week. Um, so this was a puppy we brought in a while ago for training. Um, all I was doing was teaching this puppy to go into the crate. And you see the door is open. The puppy is choosing to go in there. I'm cueing him to go in there. Now you need to shape their comfort level and staying in there, wanting to go in there. The door is open. And like I said, the animal always has control of the door. This was Lola, a pig that would attack people walking in the door. You can cue, you can teach your animal to go into its crate every time that front door opens. So that way it prevents an animal accidentally getting out and getting harmed. And instead of pairing guest where with jumping, good morning, Kim. Happy Sunday to you. Instead of people unknowingly cueing the animals to jump, you can teach your animal through training that when that front door opens, run to your crate. Because when you do, great things happen. All right. So for those that are new, I practice and apply behavior analysis and positive reinforcement with animals. Here is Snow, our deaf and blind border collie who is sitting right next to me, sleeping in her crate. Door is wide open. So something else you'll want to do is make this fun. Make it fun for you. Make it fun for your family to give your family information and tell them, hey, this can be fun. And the more easy you make it, show them how to do it, show them how to cue the animal. I remember having a holiday dinner here a couple of years ago where I made it so super simple and easy for my family to deliver reinforcer for Milo, our mini pig, to target his butt cheeks to a. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. I've got a lot of slides in front of me. So you want to make it so super simple and fun for your guest. So you can train this before people come over. In addition to a crate, you can also teach your animal to station, which means go to a certain area on cue and stay there until cued otherwise. There's no force in any of this. Your animals will eagerly participate because they know when you ask them to do something, there are things of high value in return for them. And those things of high value could be treats, could be food, could be tactile interaction, could be belly rubs, could be whatever. Um, so the biggest thing is make it fun for your guests to be involved. Teach the station today after this live stream, and you can keep practicing it throughout the week before Thursday gets here. You can train numerous animals to go to a station at once. You can teach them on cue when a certain word is given to go. You can have it be an object, and when a certain object in your house moves, they go to their stations. Here is me with my awesome friends up at Lucky Puppy in Dundee, Michigan, where I went in and helped show them to teach all their animals to station. I did it. I do it with my own animals here at home because, and you can see all three animals right there are eager and excited to do it. Good morning, Sherry. Um, and it can help prevent, hello, Snow. It can help prevent behavior issues. I taught a station to all three of my dogs. There's Quincy. She passed away a year ago today, actually. I swore I'd never remember that date. So thank you, Quincy, for continuing to be a teacher throughout the world, even though you're not here with us physically. Right, Snow? As Snow sits here on my foot. I call her Uma. Stands for up my arsenic. Um, Daphne says, yes, it's good management for a resource guarder. This picture I took because this was when Snow um, first came here. This is about 7 years ago, where my husband and I drove to North Carolina to adopt her at 11 weeks of age. Levi, the deaf bulldog, on the right. Quincy, my Rottweiler, on the left. Anyways, they had a hard time accepting Snow. They didn't like her. And what that looks like is they would run from her as soon as she came near me. They would lunge at her, bite her. So I used teaching a station as a way to introduce them to each other. I use stations in numerous different ways. These are 3 pigs that I trained that would lunge and jump at you and bite your fingers and bite your feet and bite your knees as soon as you walked in the door. So I taught them all 3 to station, and it helped. This is a great focus and control exercise. Pay attention to what I'm asking. So I laid out floor mats and taught each one of them one at a time to station. Then I'd bring 2 in, station. Then I brought all 3 in, station. And that is where they would get fed. You can see their food dishes there. Like I said, make this fun. I would see there was a gate there at the door. Levi's drinking his water. The kitchen from this room that I'm sitting in right now, my dining room. This, I created a station for the dogs so I could allow the pig to pass through, because I did not want any interaction between my dogs and the pig. It would not end well for the pig. The pig did not like Levi. Well, he didn't like anybody, but he definitely would charge Levi. The pig realized, or maybe didn't realize, that Snow couldn't see and couldn't hear. So he would lunge and charge at her, causing behavior issues with Snow, of cowering, not understanding what's happening. So boom, this needs changed immediately. And here's where I would keep, if Snow was in the same room as Milo, we had a duct tape station on the floor, and that is what Milo is sitting on. So a station is a target with duration. Milo, I want all 4 hooves targeted to that duct tape station on the concrete floor in the bird room. when I ask you to. It helps prevent potential behavior issues. When we had Milo in the bird room and the dogs, we duct taped those X's on the floor. I liked duct tape. We still like duct tape on concrete floors because you can mop over them. Um, but when you have birds, birds aren't messy, they just make messes. Um, you see all this food on the floor. So we trained Milo, whenever a bird enclosure door opens, that is your cue to station on that X. It prevents him from coming in. There's a huge reinforcer sitting right in front of him, all that food on the floor. If he walks into a parrot enclosure, Milo's in serious trouble. The parrot would likely fly down and attack him. So here's an instant that I trained for the holidays, and I made it very easy. And when my guests came over, I made it very easy for them to keep the training happening because pigs like to eat. Milo smacked his lips a lot. So hearing the smacking of the lips, I assumed would be a funny reinforcer for my guests. So I don't want them calling Milo to their feet while they're eating. So this is our kitchen. I trained Milo to station in that corner. I made it so super easy for my guests to reinforce that behavior. And I sat a bowl of Cheerios, and everybody sat around the whole holiday gathering laughing. And I would set up different stations throughout the house, laughing and cueing Milo to his station. And Milo already knows back up on cue. So if his butt cheeks come away from that um, wall, my family members had fun telling him back and watching him back up. Um, so those are some super easy tips to help you get through this holiday season. Um, Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them even after the live stream is over. If you like the content, pay attention to our website and our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, where you can find this is what we talk about. This is what we do in our online memberships. So you can learn from anywhere all over the world. We have our foundations, which is only $149 for the year, um, where I live stream. We have monthly Q&As. You get access to our podcasts. A lot of people, which are hour-long podcasts that are action-packed, and a lot of people join the foundations just for the podcast. We have our advanced applied animal training and behavior, where you're seeing how applied behavior analysis works on a wide array of animals. Right now, we're working with wolves. You can purchase these for the holidays for the loved ones on your list. Just contact me at theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. The podcasts are very popular, hour long, very detailed, numerous species that I talk about. Um, Also, pay attention to our workshops, which are being posted for 2024. Even our online presentations are being posted there. Hey, Heidi, and thank you. We have one workshop for 2024. No, we don't. We have two workshops already scheduled. You can find them on our website. In addition, we also have a day with the trainer where you are working right here beside me. You are telling me what your issues are, and I will say, that's one for the wolves. That's one for the parrots. That's one for the gators. That's one for the lemurs. Let's go train. Let me show you, and you do the training. We have our webinars, our memberships. Kim Wendy says the membership is well worth the investment. Kim, thank you. I appreciate that. We also have our webinars, which we live stream, and the recordings are located for purchase on our website. Pay attention to the Sam I Can Foundation um, Facebook page. You're going to be seeing some action. You can also volunteer with us through the Sam I Can Foundation, working with numerous different species of animals. Therese, thank you for posting the workshop link. And with that being said, join me next week for the next episode of Coffee with the Critters. I've got a lot of training to run and do and a lot of live streaming.